pray if you choose to do so. God of us all, we thank you for this time of graduation. Your spirit of wisdom has empowered hard work and discipline in such a way that our students' hunger for learning has been nourished with knowledge, discovery, creativity, and determination. As they prepare to walk across the stage to receive their diplomas, may we pause to consider the many things that have made this moment real and filled with great potential. Today, we are grateful for their families and the many loved ones who have supported and nurtured our students in their growing up years, and who are here to witness this milestone being reached. Today, we are grateful for the professors, staff, administration, who have challenged, cared for, and guided our students along this academic journey. Today, we are grateful for classmates and friends with whom our students have learned valuable lessons about friendship, collaboration, sharing, envisioning hope for the world. Holy One, be with these graduating seniors as they take their next steps forward in life and as they go their separate ways. Each one of them leaves from here as very different people than who they were 4 years ago when they arrived. Help them to pursue their dreams and passions. Fill them with your peace in times of uncertainty or stress. And no matter what life sends their way, may they always remember, O God, that you are by their side. Amen.
Please be seated. Good morning. I am Mary Pope Hudson, president of Sweetbriar, and I am so grateful to each and every one of you for attending this joyful celebration of our seniors. I would like to open with our recently adopted land acknowledgement. Sweetbriar College acknowledges the many benefits, responsibilities, and relationships of being in this place. We respectfully acknowledge the Monacan Indians, upon whose historical homeland our college is located and who have lived on this land for generations. It is my privilege to welcome and thank all of you for being here today. As fellows, members of the Sweetbriar family for the college's 115th commencement. Thanks to Mother Nature, we aren't outside on the beautiful quad with its historic buildings and magnificent views of the Blue Ridge Mountains and beyond. But Mother Nature also exhibits her women's leadership every now and then. We're inside, but we're together, and we bring to this space our mutual sense of happiness and excitement. Above all, this is a day of celebration in which we will salute and honor the accomplishments of the class of 2024. As Sweetbriar's 14th president, and as the first alumna of the college to serve in this position, I am thrilled to be up on this stage. Holla, holla. I know that you join me in wishing our graduates well, and you're eager to be part of this joyous celebration. It is now my great pleasure to introduce this year's presidential medalist, Abigail McAllister. The Presidential Medal is awarded to a senior who has demonstrated exemplary intellectual achievement, in addition to distinction in some or all of the following areas: service to the community, contributions to the arts, enlargement of the college's global perspective, athletic fitness and achievement, and leadership and contributions to community discourse. Abigail is a presidential scholar and a legacy scholar. She majored in engineering and minored in mathematics, and after graduating, she will be taking a job as a mechanical engineer at the Newport News Shipbuilding in its nuclear division. As a student at Sweetbriar, Abigail helped make our community a better place in so many ways. As part of her passion for sustainability, she was a Willits Food Systems Summer Fellow. She took a lead role in maintaining the apiary and recently received Apprentice Beekeeper certification from the Virginia State Beekeepers Association. She was an officer in the Sustainability Club, helping to organize its events and grow its membership to more than 200 of her fellow students. Abigail has enlarged the arts on campus. She performed with and served as the musical director of the Sweet Tones, our a cappella, excuse me, that was hard to say after a little bit of coffee, our a cappella singing group, and I was an earphone, so forgive me for that. She was also the president of the Sweet Dancers, the Ballroom Dancing Club. In this role, she developed strong partnerships with other colleges in the region, like Hampton Sydney, and VMI. Abigail has made many additional contributions to our community. These include serving on the Founders Day Planning Committee, being the president of Delight Christian Faith Community, and representing the Multicultural Community Council on the Student Events Committee. In short, Abigail has made a real difference on our campus. She's been a role model and a leader, and is a fitting recipient of the Presidential Medal. I'm confident that she will continue to make a difference to every community she is part of in her life after Sweetbriar. Please join me in welcoming Abigail McAllister to the podium.
Thank you, President Hunson. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Class of 2024, today, the pink bubble bursts. We gather here today for a time of commemoration. It's graduation. We should remember and honor the struggles that we faced and celebrate our accomplishments. I'm so incredibly grateful to all of you for your wonderful friendship, and I will carry you all deeply in my heart. I entered college pretty scared, not sure of myself and not confident in my abilities. And almost all of us entered college during the pandemic, a time of intense isolation and transformation. It was hard, but we adapted. It's the friendships that I found here that have made me who I am today. It's those friends who built me up, challenged me, and relentlessly supported me that have shown me to love myself and to own myself, to confidently and proudly take up space wherever I find myself. It's those classmates who have tutored me when I didn't understand a concept and who have hyped me up for a difficult exam or assignment, who motivated me to do better and encouraged me regardless. You all have fanned a fierce flame within me, and you have all shown me what it is to live like the kind of person described in Proverbs 31:25. She is clothed in strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. It's that Sweetbriar fierceness and friendship that are my legacy, and I will carry that legacy with me as I move on into the next chapter of my life. And I urge you all, just as I am urging myself, keep up the friendships that you've made here, and extend this spirit of sisterhood to create community wherever you go. Keep that fierceness, and empower those around you to be fearlessly genuine. Live and laugh boldly. Don't be afraid to seek out new people and new experiences. Persistently pursue your passions. Stand up for yourselves, stand up for your friends, and stand against injustice. Stand for what you believe in, and dialogue with people that you don't agree with. An admissions slogan you'll often hear around here is Sweetbriar, Become a woman who makes history. Class of 2024, today, tomorrow, and for the rest of our lives, let's continue to make history. Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 2024 Senior Class President, Renee Taylor. In her 4 years at Sweetbriar, Renee has distinguished herself in a multitude of ways and has made herself known as a strong, caring, thoughtful, and supportive leader. Renee has been the president of her class since 2022, helping lead members of the class of 2024 through the many traditions that are such a hallmark of student life at Sweetbriar. In addition, she has contributed to campus life by serving as Community Society President and as a resident advisor. Renee was an intern this year with Sweetbriar's Galleries and Museum. She was also the Vice President of the Sustainability Club and a member of the Comedy Club. Renee also made her mark on our community through her involvement with the outdoor program. She was a trip leader who led fellow students during on and off-campus trips for hiking, camping, backpacking, canoeing, kayaking, and rock climbing. She helped participants learn new skills and gain confidence in themselves. I'm delighted to let you know that after graduation, Renee is going to be the outdoor program coordinator at Radford University. And of course, Renee certainly personifies the best traditions of a scholar athlete at Sweetbriar. She played on our soccer and lacrosse teams and served as the lacrosse senior captain this year. She was also a member of the rock climbing team. Renee triple majored in English, creative writing, and studio arts, and in art history, and kept up a stellar grade point average. She was named to the first-year honors list and then to the dean's list in subsequent years, was the recipient of scholarship awards, and was elected to various honor societies. Her artistic creativity was showcased in the senior studio art exhibition, Passion Fruit, where her deeply moving ceramic sculptures and accompanying poems explored the relationships between mothers and daughters. It's clear that through her achievements in the arts, her leadership on the athletic fields, her contributions to the outdoor program, and her service to her class and to the entire Sweetbriar community, Renee has shown what it means to be a Sweetbriar woman. Truly, she is someone who is able to make the world around her a better place. Please join me in welcoming Renee Taylor to the podium.
Hello and welcome to family, friends, faculty, staff, and my fellow members of the class of 2024. You will hear it many more times today, but I want to offer each of you my most sincere and genuine congratulations. All of us has made this decision to come to Sweetbriar, whether that was 4 years ago, 3, 2, or even 1. We made a choice that would forever impact our lives. This campus is unlike any other because it will forever be a place we can come home to. When you receive reunion letters in the mail, one second, guys, one second. Emails for alum games, or even Sweet Work Week, do not hesitate to decide if you should go. Just go. There will always be someone here to welcome you, the bright faces of our littles, the cheers of our teammates, the guiding hands of our professors, and the welcoming arms of the alumni time and time again will remind us of our home here. The pink bubble is certainly real, and it was our job as students to cultivate our community, and our job as seniors was to show every other student how to do so. Our class is full of strong, determined people who impressed me every single day with their resilience and dedication. And to the underclass women in the crowd, I ask each and every one of you to pick up where they left off. Know that your voices matter and that you are allowed to take up space. We demanded so that you all could find as much love for Sweetbriar as we did. As we stood in the kitchen of our GV apartment, my best friend said to me, if someone asked me if I would do these 4 years over again, the good and the bad, I would say yes 1,000,000 times over. Graduates, do not be sad for what we are losing, but be momentously joyous for what we have gained. I know that I stand here as a completely different person than 4 years ago, and I am proud to be able to say that. And as you walk across this stage, remember your freshman dorm, late-night daisy runs, all-nighters with your best friends, finally walking through the senior doors, and that you have achieved something great. It has been a pleasure. Thank you.
Fabulous. You made it through. Oh, that's what it's all about.
Thank you so much. Do you want me to introduce them or you guys?
I'll do it. That's the passion of Sweetbriar College. Thank you, Renee. Now it is my great pleasure to invite Mason Rummel, Chair of the Sweetbriar College Board of Directors, to the podium to introduce our commencement speaker. Mason?
You're going to hear a little more from me later in the program, but I cannot tell you what an honor and thrill it is to do what I'm doing right here, standing here. Before I introduce this speaker, I wonder how many of you witnessed an extraordinary incident in our parking lot in front of the Elston Inn yesterday. This is a little preview of one of a gazillion skill sets that our speaker has. Our speaker was underneath our car with ties fixing a dangling piece of plastic under that had dragged all the way from Kentucky to Virginia yesterday. And someone recognized her, and before you know it, half the staff are around or helping her, giving her parts. But here was this incredibly distinguished woman lying on the floor of our parking lot underneath the car. She is one humble and talented woman. So once you've heard her speak, you will likely never forget her. I knew Tori Murden McClure before she knew me, but that's true of most people. She is well known for many reasons, and I'll share just a few of them with you, besides what I just told you. Tori has made history, big-time history. In 1999, she became the first American and first woman to row across the Atlantic Ocean solo in a non-motorized boat that she built herself. Based on her life journey and that ocean journey, her book, Pearl in the Storm, How I Found My Heart in the Middle of the Ocean, is a must-read. This accomplishment was so significant, it caught the attention of the world. Even a musical was written by Daniel Goldstein and Dawn Landis, was created, called Row. It is now available on audio, by the way. Tori has received countless awards for bravery, for courage, for record setting, for leadership, for service, and a host of other achievements. Honestly, my introduction would be a lot longer than her address to you today if I cited everything one could find in a cursory search of the internet. President McClure is a graduate of Smith College, a sister school, she will tell you. She also holds a divinity degree from Harvard, a Juris Doctorate from the University of Louisville, and a Master of Fine Arts from Spalding University, the institution from which she earned an MFA, served on its Board of Trustees, and finally as its president for the last 14 years. In the rest of Tori's professional career, her bosses have ranged from mayors to Muhammad Ali. That's right, she once worked for the greatest of all time. Tori is an athlete, an adventurer, a chaplain, an EMT trained in urban and wilderness rescue, a friend, a wife, a sister, a rower, a boat builder, a speaker. She was actually invited to speak at the Vatican. and a person of such great integrity, intellect, and grit that she is, quite frankly, a hero. Oh, and I should mention she's very, very funny. No one knows better than she does the art of a challenge and the impact of women in leadership. Tori most definitely embodies the values and ethics of Sweetbriar College, which is why I am so very proud to introduce my friend and my hero, Tori Merton McClure.
So in the book before me is the speech they think I'm going to give. It's a little long. I apologize, it is a little long. Still going, still going, still going. They think I'm going to give this whole thing. And in my hand is the speech I'm actually going to give. Fasten your seatbelts. Sex, sex, sex. Politics, politics, politics. Religion, religion, religion. I have just broached the 3 subjects any wise commencement speaker would avoid. I will touch on those 3 treacherously taboo topics in a moment, but first I would like to hear an immense whoop whoop and holla holla from the senior class. Not bad for fledglings. Class of 2024, is my honor to formally welcome you to this stupendous sisterhood of Sweetbriar alumni, fierce women of compassion. I, too, am a graduate of an all-women's college. At my own commencement, there was a parade of alumni led by the oldest graduates. My classmates and I decided that the spry, bright-eyed women who led the parade were tough old birds. It is my observation that Sweetbriar College also produces tough old birds. Look around. They are the fierce women of consequences whose faces are lined with wisdom and laughter. Their eyes flash with a mischievous twinkle. Their resilience, their unwavering spirits prove that love and laughter can conquer any obstacle, including the passage of time. In life, there are those who sit by and watch adventures happen. There are those who have adventures. But there's a third category to which I aspire. There are those who are adventures, and tough old birds are adventures. Someday, if you are wise enough, if you are fierce enough, if you are Sweetbriar enough, you too may someday join the ranks of tough old birds. The past, present, and future of women on this planet is not written for Sweetbriar women. The past, present, and future of women on this planet is written by Sweetbriar women. Class of 2024, as you progress through life, this splendid sisterhood will always be with you. It is a force for global good. It is on your shoulders to dream better dreams for the women of the world. It is on your shoulders to dream better dreams for all of humanity. It is on your shoulders to protect those who cannot dream with us. We must protect other species and the planet itself. Young fledglings of Sweetbriar, there are many lies traditionally told on Commencement Day. One such lie is, "This is your day." This is not your day. The evening might belong to you, but the day belongs to those who raised you. And to those who supported you. It marks not an end to your suffering, it marks an end to their suffering. It is a day that some thought they might never see. As you cross the threshold and go out into the world, the faculty and staff who helped you through the corridors of Sweetbriar will cheer. It is not that they don't love you, they do, but they need no longer worry about whether you will pass your last exam. No more listening to you whine about the heftiness of your many and varied assignments. No more pretending to be interested in your esoteric wanderings along the existential planes of the academic syllabi. This day belongs not just to you, but all those who helped you reach this milestone. Their gentle smiles hide deeper emotions. For some, the sense of relief must border on hysteria. This hysteria might show itself in the flash of cameras and them bragging about your achievements in unnaturally loud voices. There are those who prepared you for your journey, some who coached you along the way, and any number of people who are out there praying for you. Share the joy of this day with them. It is their day as much as it is yours. So, my young fledglings of Sweetbriar, now let's talk about sex. As a tough old bird in training, I know that it is poor form to frighten the horses or shock the children. And in fact, I'm a bit of a prude, so my advice will be less about sex and more about love. Long ago and far away, women at very good colleges mostly studied the lives and thoughts of dead white men. I have nothing against dead white men. In fact, you will notice that this address is littered with the words of dead white men. But they do not always give us the whole picture. For example, Socrates advised, by all means, fall in love and marry. If you get a good wife, you will be happy. If you get a bad wife, you will become a philosopher. Oh, I think those were the philosophy majors. Plato, who was a student of Socrates, described love as a form of mental illness. William Shakespeare is credited with writing 38 plays. I defy you to find a happy marriage in any one of them. I give you Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth. I give you Mr. and Mrs. Othello. Alas, the path of true love never did run smooth. Young fledglings of Sweetbriar, I was a victim of my own education. I read books, and I decided that love was not for me. I'm here to tell you, my young friends, books are just maps, and the map is not the land. Be brave, fall in love. It may cause you to stumble and fall. Be brave and fall in love anyway. What you have in life is not nearly as important as who you have in your life. Any tough old bird out there could tell you that nothing is worth the wear of winning but laughter and the love of friends. Quote, nothing is worth the wear of winning but laughter and the love of friends, end quote, might also be written by a dead white man named Hilaire Belloc. I told you, victim of my education. When choosing friends and lovers, avoid individuals who are know-it-alls. I am here to tell you that such people are tedious. Do not marry or become entangled with such people. Do not even bother to have lunch with such people. Instead, follow the example of this colorful posse of faculty who clearly don't know how to dress themselves. Spend time with learn-it-alls. People who are always learning, are ever-changing, often refreshing, and sometimes surprising. Now, young fledglings of Sweetbriar, we will shift to politics. Politics for me is the science of how we navigate around the potholes that life places in our path. I learned to cross-country ski when I was a student in college. A few years later, I skied 750 miles across Antarctica to the geographical South Pole. I learned to row when I was in college, and a few more years later, I rowed a boat alone across the Atlantic Ocean. No one can guess where the things you have learned here at Sweetbriar College will take you. Sometimes I think I know the way to go and that the world should just follow me. In those times, I remind myself of something that happened when I was skiing to the geographical South Pole. Now, you don't go anywhere in Antarctica without your glacier glasses on, because you can go snowblind. It's essentially sunburning your eyes. Very bad. And there were 7 different days in Antarctica when we traveled in whiteout conditions. Whiteouts happen when the clouds come down on the surface of the snow. Up is white, down is white, left is right, right is white, and you literally cannot see the ground in front of you. How you navigate in a whiteout is to send the youngest member of the expedition team, I was young then, out off into the mist. And, you know, if there's somebody out in front of you, it's no problem because they're standing on the ground, you can see the ground. But if you're out off in the mist, I mean, one day I lifted my ski to ski over what I thought was a hill, and I fell into a big hole because the light was so flat I couldn't tell the difference between up or down. How you navigate in a whiteout is you take your compass. It's a standard mountaineering compass. It has a sighting mirror. It's also known as an idiot's compass because the mirror shows you who is lost. You take your compass and you look for any landmark due south. And I was super excited this day because I had a perfect piece of sastrugi, a bit of snow off in the mist, 180 degrees due south. I skied right for it, skied right for it, skied right for it. Colonel Ron Milnarek of the United States Air Force was my second that day. It was his job to correct any deviations in my course. He said, "Tori, you're veering right." No, I was young and perfect. I checked my compass. No, my landmark was due south. Skied right for it, skied right for it, skied right for it. "Tori, you're veering right." Like, no, I was a graduate of the National Outdoor Leadership School. I knew how to use a compass. By Harry God, I checked again. My landmark was due south. Skied right for it, skied right for it, skied right for it. "Tori, you're veering right." That's it. He's a dead man. I'm gonna have to kill him. I never veer right. I'm a real Democrat. I don't veer right. And I turned to give Colonel Ron Milnarek of the United States Air Force my very best Murden Destare. And when I did that, I realized my landmark off in the mist was a spot of frost on my glasses. Don't you hate it when that happens? So for those of you in the audience who don't like Democrats, I married a Republican. And indeed, the political part of this speech is, when I tell that story in Kentucky, I've stopped using the line, "I don't veer right, I'm a real Democrat," because I can watch the audience stop listening. Right? We have got to, my young friends, break down the silos. And women do that better than anybody else. And we need for you to do that. Václav Havel once said, quote, "Keep the company and seek the company of those who are seeking after truth and run away from those who are sure they've found it." When I am lost and need to find my way, I find it is best to get 3 very different points of view. On the ocean, I like to use, had to check the compass. On the ocean, I like to use Polaris, which is in the north, Rigel, which is in the south, and Vega in the west. The farther apart your points of reference are from one another, the better your navigation will be. If I ask 3 people on the right which way to go, I'll go right. The odds are good if I ask 3 people on the left which way to go, I'll go left. If I ask 3 people ahead or behind, the same might happen. If I wish to make wise decisions, and if you wish to make wise decisions, seek advice from people who have very different points of view. This is one of the blessings of true diversity. Young fledglings of Sweetbriar, I have no doubt that each of you does one thing better than anyone else in the world, and that's awesome, that's swell, that's dope, that's toy, that's whatever it is you want it to be. Nonetheless, the faculty of this fine institution required you to do more than one thing. Why did they do this to you? Because people who do only one thing are tedious. Do not marry or become entangled with such people. Do not even bother to have lunch with such people. While it is entirely acceptable to have one overarching philosophy in life, as educated women seeking to make your mark in the world, you should care about and be willing to discuss a minimum of 3 things. The 3 things about which you care tomorrow may not match the 3 things about which you care today. Fear not. In the words of a dead white man, Ralph Waldo Emerson, quote, "Speak the truth what you think today in hard words, and tomorrow speak what tomorrow thinks in hard words again, though it contradict everything you said today." He also wrote, "A foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds, adored by little statesmen, philosopher, and divines." My young fledglings of Sweetbriar, we shall now move on to religion. I went to divinity school, I went to law school, so ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I can tell you, Eve was framed. Margaret Thatcher once said, if you want something done, ask a woman, or if you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. The devil wanted something done, so he chose Eve and not Adam. If you read your book of Genesis in Hebrew, you will soon concede that Eve was framed. In Genesis chapter 2, verses 15 through 17, the Lord God puts Adam in the garden to till and keep it, end quote. God commanded the man. It's not written in the plural. It's not written as men or you guys and gals. God commanded the man, Adam, not to eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Eve wasn't even created for until 3 verses later. She was just a rib when God outlined the rules. Now, you might argue that ignorance of the law is no excuse, but if she hadn't eaten of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, Eve was ignorant in the extreme. Besides, what was Eve's crime? She sought knowledge, and women have been paying a higher price for knowledge ever since. In some circles, the first woman was not Eve. The first woman was a gal named Pandora. I am sure you've heard all the gossip about some box Pandora was supposed to have opened and all the evils of the world flying out from that box. I'm here to set the record straight. It was not a box. It was a jar. In ancient myth, a jar often symbolizes the female womb. The jar, the womb, was opened and all the evils of the world flew out, except for hope, which remained inside. This is the hope of future generations. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am here to tell you that Pandora did not open that box all by herself. And if we charged the father's health insurance for half the cost of pregnancy and childbirth, I think our conversations on who is responsible for opening Pandora's box might contain a little more wisdom. Enough said on that score. It's a little too close to actually talking about sex. Young fledglings of Sweetbriar, for a number of years I worked to promote the Charter for Compassion. This short document was drafted in 2009 by the historian of religion, Karen Armstrong. She worked with the Dalai Lama, Desmond Tutu, and other religious luminaries. The Charter for Compassion calls upon an ancient principle, quote, that any interpretation of Scripture that breeds violence, hatred, or disdain is illegitimate. That bears repeating. Quote, any interpretation of Scripture that breeds violence, hatred, or disdain is illegitimate, end quote. The principle of compassion can be found at the root of nearly every one of the world's religions. It can be identified in the many variations we think of as the Golden Rule. One of the oldest variations upon which scholars agree comes from Confucius, who wrote, Whatever is hateful to you, you must refuse under any circumstances to do to another. Rabbi Hillel, the great Judaic scholar, was asked by what I imagine to be a miscreant first year, if you can recite the whole of Torah while standing on one foot, I will convert to Judaism. Rabbi Hillel stands on one foot. He says, do not do unto others what you would not have them do unto you. That is the whole of Torah. The rest is merely commentary. Go and learn it. Christianity, in the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus is quoted as saying, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Islam picks up that variation from Christianity, and it goes on through each of the world's religions. In the Charter of Compassion, it is phrased this way: to dethrone ourselves from the center of the world and to place another there. As women, we are particularly adept at dethroning ourselves from the center of the world. Class of 2024, selflessness can be overdone. It is okay, indeed it might be absolutely necessary from time to time for you not to dethrone yourself from the center of your world. There will be times in life when you must put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. If you march boldly through life, on occasion you will stumble and you will fall. Don't worry about it. There's no failure in falling down. Failure only lies in not getting up. I don't know any perfect people, and few people in life are more annoying than those who think they are perfect. I am here to tell you, people who are perfect are tedious. Do not marry or become entangled with such people. Do not even bother to have lunch with such people. I have often bragged that the best thing about my faults is the joy that my faults bring to other people. It is up to us, it is up to you, young fledglings of Sweetbriar, to close the gap between the promise of humanity and the performance of human beings. I firmly believe that human beings are capable of traversing the distance between possibility and facts. Young fledglings of Sweetbriar, I have learned that when I'm invited to speak, that people feel cheated if I don't take a few moments to talk about rowboats. All commencement speakers travel with a model of a rowboat. Here's what I have to say about it. It doesn't matter at all if a woman has rowed a boat alone across an ocean. It doesn't matter at all if a woman has skied to the South Pole. What matters is what we do in this world to reduce suffering. Young fledglings of Sweetbriar, our world cries out for educated voices. It does not take an education to see pain. It takes an education to do something about it. So very briefly, it took me 2 tries to row alone across the ocean. The first try, I rowed 3,000 miles and got hit by a hurricane named Danielle. It was a bad day. The boat flipped over a lot. A few of my capsizes were end-over-end pitch poles. One capsize dislocated my shoulder. The next capsize put it back into place. This is my definition of a bad day. And if you combine this with the fact that I skied 750 miles across the highest, driest, coldest continent on the face of the earth to the South Pole, you will understand why, as a university president, I do not decide whether our students get a snow day. I make our provost decide whether our students get a snow day. So, I didn't call for help right away after that first storm. I waited for a few days for the seas to calm down. And a few days after Hurricane Danielle, another hurricane named Earl crossed my position. I am Princess Dark Cloud, look outside. After I returned home to Louisville, Kentucky, the home of all great ocean rowers, I was asked if I wanted to take a job working for Muhammad Ali. It was Muhammad who said, "You don't want to go through life as the woman who almost rowed across the Atlantic Ocean." I returned to the Atlantic, And the second time, I was well on my way to setting a new record for the fastest solo crossing. Not the fastest solo crossing for a woman, the fastest solo crossing period. I was going to break the record by a week. But then a hurricane formed in the Caribbean, which does not happen. And it traveled west to east, which does not happen. And it came directly over my boat. As I said, Princess Dark Cloud. I weathered that storm. And the next morning, which was Thanksgiving Day, I called up a man named Mac McClure, and I said, all this love, pure and chaste from afar, is for the birds. When I get out of this rowboat, will you marry me? Mac is a truly romantic gentleman. He said, sure, why not? About a week later, I crawled out of the rowboat and into Mac's arms. Mac is never tedious. I married him. My life is entangled with his, and I relish having lunch with him. Young fledglings of Sweetbriar, I commend you for reaching this milestone in your life. I commend you for your achievements and for the achievements you are yet to make. Sweetbriar has prepared you well. These faculty have prepared you well. As scholars, you are creative individuals. You possess a clarity of mind and an energy of will. I have no doubt you will meet the challenge of the coming years. So as I wind this up, it is my job to fill your head with platitudes, one or two of which you might actually remember. Socrates wrote, all I know is that I know nothing. If I was really wise, I would stick with that. But instead, I will share with you the top 10 things I think I know. Number 1, if the carrot is big enough, you may use it as a stick. Number 2, roadblocks only block the road. They do not block the grass, the path, the water, or the way less traveled. Roadblocks only block the road. Number 3, I think of my husband with this: silence is golden. And if silence should fail you, duct tape is silver. Number 4, it is never too late to have a happy childhood. I've had several, and I have many more planned. Or the corollary, I may grow old, but I will never be old enough to know better. Number 5 is for the gentleman. Gentlemen, research suggests that a woman who carries a little extra weight lives much longer than the men who mention it. Number 6, learn from the mistakes of others. You cannot live long enough to make them all yourselves. Or the corollary, it is difficult to become old and wise if you are not first young and stupid. There are, my young friends, 3 gradations of stupid. Stupid level 1 gets you hurt. Stupid level 2 gets other people hurt. Stupid level 3 involves police and lawyers, and you might never own your own home. I coach everyone, particularly my young friends in Kentucky, to avoid all gradations of stupid that begin with the phrase, hey, hold my beer and watch this. Number 7, do not burn bridges. Just loosen the bolts a little each day. Number 8, if you are doing something that you have to keep secret, then perhaps you should not be doing it. Number 9 is an important one for college and university presidents. Don't take yourself too seriously. No one else does. Number 10, do not believe everything you think, or as Socrates wrote, all I know is that I know nothing. Young fledglings of Sweetbriar, I have tremendous confidence that when you leave this college, you will go out, you will teach, heal, feed, and build. You will inform, advocate, comfort, and guide. You will criticize, organize, contribute, and you will serve people and causes. And the best of you, the wisest of you, the fiercest and most resilient of you will become tough old birds, the fierce women of consequence who shine in the Sweetbriar sisterhood. When this commencement service ends, let your service to the world begin anew. Go out and make Sweetbriar proud. She who earns the rose may bear the rose. Holla, holla, Go Vixens!
I think you'll all agree with me that our Smith sister is in the house. Thank you, Tori, for your inspiration, your humor, and your wisdom. We are so grateful to you, and we want you to return to Sweetbriar anytime. Thank you. Now I asked Dean Jeff Key and Dean Carrie Greenstein to come forward for the conferring of degrees to the class of 2024.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science please rise? Madam President, as Dean of the College and in accordance with the faculty vote, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. They have fulfilled all the requirements for the degree.
By virtue of authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Board of Directors of Sweetbriar College, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, respectively, and I admit to you all the rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining to the company of educated women.
Will those who have been awarded the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees come forward as your name is called? I would request that the audience please refrain from applause until all the graduates have received their diplomas. Emma Grace Alexander, Louisville, Kentucky, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Shahed Alamari, Sterling, Virginia, Bachelor of Science. Grace Erin Applewhite, Conway, Arkansas, Bachelor of Arts, cum laude. Delaney Alexis Armenti, Lynchburg, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts. Jaden Mackenzie Baker, Morristown, Tennessee, Bachelor of Science. Mary Catherine Claire Baker, St. Simons, Georgia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Aiden Elias Cade Bergen, Roanoke, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Amy Elise Berta, Woodbridge, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Emily Grace Best, San Diego, California, Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Shalom Argal Beyena, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Sonia Yogesh Bhakta, Amherst, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, cum laude. Shaylin Chastity Sharina Belinsky, Richland, North Carolina, Bachelor of Arts. Rihanna Jean Billings, Lusby, Maryland, Bachelor of Arts. Kira Renee Bramlett, Apex, North Carolina, Bachelor of Science. Kerrigan Grace Britton, Lexington, Virginia, Bachelor of Science. Kaylee Mackenzie Brooks, Nelson, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, degree anticipated. Ashanti Monet Brown, Amherst, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts. Leah K. Brummett, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Bachelor of Science. Isra Byrne, Stockton, New Jersey, Bachelor of Arts. Caitlin Marie Campbell, Sweetbriar, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude. Catherine Jennifer Carpenter, Mechanicsville, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, Leadership in Sustainable Agriculture and Food Systems Certificate, magna cum laude. Shannon Aline Carter, Cape Charles, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude. Emily Beatrice Claros, Washington District of Columbia, Bachelor of Science, degree anticipated. Paula Raquel Cortez, Orlando, Florida, Bachelor of Arts, degree anticipated. Destiny Marie Cunningham, Fredericksburg, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts. Dominique Marie Cunningham, Fredericksburg, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude. Mia Maylin Rose Curling, Chesapeake, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Lilolette Demerit, Fairbanks, Alaska, Bachelor of Arts. Zoe Drew Dickerson, Washington District of Columbia, Bachelor of Arts, degree anticipated. Jada Lynn Fletcher, Westbrook, Maine, Bachelor of Arts. Natasha Marie Fundock, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts. Jessica Faith Grant, Spruce Pine, North Carolina, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Aaliyah Denise Green, Richmond, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts. Mary Catherine Grush, Holly Springs, North Carolina, Bachelor of Arts, cum laude. Kaylin Marley Halter, Jeffersonville, Indiana, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Victoria Marie Harder, Williamsburg, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, Leadership in Sustainable Agriculture and Food Systems Certificate, magna cum laude, highest honors in environmental science. Kayla Grace Henderson, Lowell, North Carolina, Bachelor of Arts. Mary Virginia Pegram Hope, Whitestone, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude, in absentia. Nishu Hoke, Dhaka, Bangladesh, Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude, in absentia. Alexis Junghwa Hoyt, Monroe, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Brenna Diane Hughes, Richmond, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Nina Renee Hugie, Spring Grove, Illinois, Bachelor of Science, degree anticipated. Alexi Marie Hunt, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Bachelor of Science. Julia Lauren Jessen, Plainfield, Illinois, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude. Virginia Wiley Johnson, Richmond, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts. Avery Lee Jones, Union, Connecticut, Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude. Caitlin Huggins Jones, Houston, Texas, Bachelor of Arts, degree anticipated. Natanya Marie Jones, Glen Allen, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Justice, Amherst, Virginia, Bachelor of Science. Riley Ann Kawanisi Cayuga, Portland, Oregon, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Mary Ellen Gardner Keating, Great Falls, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts. Paige Nicole Kennedy, Purcellville, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, degree anticipated. Kira Holly Kaiser, Hickson, Tennessee, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Holly Kristen Lackner, Waldorf, Maryland, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Taryn Ray Leon Cavallo, Marshall, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, Leadership in Sustainable Agriculture and Food Systems Certificate, magna cum laude, Honors in Economics, Phi Beta Kappa. Margaret Spencer Lewis, Martinsville, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude. Abigail Caitlin Lindsay, Hanover, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude. Kelsey Nicole Long, Chesterfield, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude, in absentia. Emily Lauren Longest, Hanover, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Jennifer Estefania Lopez, Houston, Texas, Bachelor of Arts. Josie Brooke Mansfield, Burlington, North Carolina, Bachelor of Arts, degree anticipated. Abigail Grace McAllister, Henrico, Virginia, Bachelor of Science. Madeline Rose McGuigan, Brick, New Jersey, Bachelor of Science. Lillian Amy McKay, Norfolk, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts. Emma Grace Meenan, Stevensville, Maryland, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Devin Rayanne Montgomery, San Antonio, Texas, Bachelor of Science. Jessica Lane Munley, Williamsburg, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Caitlin Jane Navarro, Carlsbad, California, Bachelor of Arts, high honors in economics. Danielle Alexis Peloso Pacheco, Fairfax, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts. Tonima Shib Priva, Dhaka, Bangladesh, Bachelor of Science. Grace Anna Quintillion, Gaithersburg, Maryland, Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Alyssa Marie Ramirez, Hampton, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, cum laude. Natalie Miranda Redhair, Waxahachie, Texas, Bachelor of Science. Damaris De Jesus Rodriguez, Richmond, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, Arts Management Certificate. Madison Ann Rue, Russburg, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Megan Virginia Schneider, Swansboro, North Carolina, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Mary Josephine Garais Spielman, Arundel, Maine, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Aaliyah D. Staten, Groton, Connecticut, Bachelor of Arts, cum laude. Maddie Schwartz, Keller, Texas, Bachelor of Arts, degree anticipated, Phi Beta Kappa. Renee Catherine Taylor, Winterstown, Pennsylvania, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Skylar Torres, Miller Place, New York, Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Emily Julia Trunk, McMurray, Pennsylvania, Bachelor of Science. Sophie Isabel Vargesco, Plum, Pennsylvania, Bachelor of Arts. Clark Marie Walker, Richmond, Virginia, Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude. Sarah Rose Ann Weller, Boulder, Colorado, Bachelor of Arts, Equine Studies Certificate, Management Concentration, magna cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Wilkerson, Appomattox, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, degree anticipated. Emma Arlena Wynn, League City, Texas, Bachelor of Science. Lena Grace Witt, Lynchburg, Virginia, Bachelor of Science, Leadership in Sustainable Agriculture and Food Systems Certificate. Sylvia Wren Wolfgang, Midlothian, Virginia, Bachelor of Science. Madeline Grace Thorne Young, Hong Kong, Bachelor of Arts.
I am now honored to introduce Mason Bennett Rummel, class of 1983, and the chair of the Sweetbriar College Board of Directors, who will address the class of 2024. Mason earned a Bachelor of Arts in English from Sweetbriar College, a Master of Arts in Philanthropic Studies at Indiana University's Lilly Family School of Philanthropy, and a Master's of Arts in Professional Writing from Spalding University. A recognized leader in regional and national philanthropic circles, Mason is the president and CEO of the James Graham Brown Foundation in Louisville, Kentucky, which he has served since 1989. In addition, Mason serves on the boards of the Council on Foundations, of Evolve 502, and of the Center for Nonprofit Excellence, Louisville. She is also a member of the Philanthropy Roundtable. Please join me in welcoming Mason Rummel to the podium.
You all have no idea how intimidating this is after what we just heard, but I'm going to give it a quick shot. You heard from me just a few minutes ago. Oh, you got me to the right point. And so thank you, President Hudson. And you know, many of you, as you came up here, said thank you, and it's our turn to thank you for what you've helped make Sweetbriar be. And thank you, Tori, Abigail, Renee, for all of your remarks. They were on point, and everybody saying inspirational. If there were a better word than that, I'd come up with it. The class of 2024, it's an honor to stand before you today as chair of the board of directors of Sweetbriar, and a privilege to share in your joy and to celebrate your achievements. On behalf of the board, I offer you heartfelt congratulations for achieving all that you have and for moving that much closer to new goals and adventures and dreams. And yes, a new venture awaits you. You have prepared for this for 4 years to find your place in this world, and trust me, there are no limits. Sweetbriar was my launching point too, and though it was just over 40 years ago, I've never forgotten what it felt like to walk out into this world with a Sweetbriar diploma in hand. It opened many doors for me, some that I sought and some that quite surprised me. On that point, the surprises or the unexpected proved to be magnificent opportunities for which I will always be grateful. So my advice to you is to remain open-minded to new ideas, experiences, and opportunities. Even though you may have a path in mind, you never know what may emerge throughout your journey. The twists and turns in your careers and your personal lives are likely to take you to wonderful places, and that will strengthen your resolve and your confidence, and it will make clear the gifts that you were meant to share. I hear that more than 63% of you, I think, have a postgraduate plan, with many of you still waiting to hear. Listen to this partial list. This is for the group. Engineering firms in California, Virginia, Alabama, Washington, D.C., North Carolina, healthcare companies, institutions of higher education, and many others await new Sweetbriar talent. They made very good decisions. So did the graduate programs at Johns Hopkins, University of Texas, Western Carolina University, Elon, and too many others to name here. But what an impressive list. How wonderful that those institutions see the value in your accomplishments and believe in your potential. Sweetbriar will be well represented in those communities, and we thank you for that. Please take advantage of these opportunities before you, just as you did here. You've seen how hard work and perseverance pays off, and you will be amazed at what you will accomplish when you leave here. Speaking of leaving here, I know you have been reminded that becoming a graduate means you're becoming an alumna. A couple of weeks ago at the senior dinner, someone remarked that you are alumni in training, and the training wheels are coming off soon. No reason to be intimidated by that, I promise. Your alumni community welcomes you and will support you and always be here for you, just as the college will. That goes for all of us. That is how the tradition of this institution is sustained. So if you are still figuring out your next steps, don't worry. You are now armed with credentials that distinguish you in many ways. With a liberal arts education, more valuable than you may realize, you've been trained to view the world with new perspectives and with curiosity. These are worthy attributes that make you desirable to corporations and nonprofits, government entities, and a host of others. You've earned the right to contribute to join a cause, to solve problems, and frankly, to do most anything. I confess that when I graduated, I did not have a fully developed career planned. I never dreamed I would work for 2 cabinet secretaries in Washington or become the president of a major philanthropic institution in my state. But when those prospects arose, I listened, I thought about the potential, and I took a chance. I've never, ever looked back. I thought of my Sweetbriar education as a gift, as I hope you do. But please don't forget that you, in turn, are a gift to Sweetbriar. You have left a mark on our beautiful alma mater, helping it grow, thrive, and become even more relevant in women's higher education than ever before. Please don't forget, this board of directors is so proud of you, and we are gratified that you will now be ambassadors for this exceptional institution. Again, class of 2024, many, many thanks for your incredible contributions to our beloved college. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mason, who has been just an incredible chair of our board at Sweetbriar College. We cannot thank her enough for all that she does. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ariel Speraza Morgan, class of 2015 and 2016, to represent the Alumni Alliance Council. Ariel earned her Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies and her Master of Arts in Teaching from Sweetbriar College. She has worked as a special education teacher in school systems in Amherst, Fauquier, and Prince William counties, and is currently privately tutoring as a licensed special and elementary education teacher. She is active in the Preservation Task Force for the Junior League of Northern Virginia, and she volunteers for Sweetbriar as a fund agent and plan giving ambassador for her alumni class of 2015, as an alumni admissions ambassador, and as a co-chair of the Young Alumni Support of the Alumni Alliance Council. Please join me in welcoming Ariel Speraza Morgan.
Thank you, President Hudson. Good morning, faculty, staff, proud families, friends, alumni, and especially the new alumni class of 2024. I vividly remember the days I graduated from Sweetbriar, first with an undergraduate degree, then with my master's. Both days were filled with strong emotions. When I graduated with my undergraduate degree in 2015, I was unsure if Sweetbriar would continue to exist. According to the administration at the time, my class was the last class to graduate from Sweetbriar College. We spent our senior week similarly to yours, although the library fountain might have been filled with bubble bath solution. Nonetheless, throughout the entire week, we felt a sense of dread, worry, but also determination that we would leave Sweetbriar and make history. After commencement, I made sure to hug my classmates and professors extra hard, promised to keep in touch, even if we had to create our own Sweetbriar events. We vowed that the Sweetbriar spirit would stay with us always, even if the college itself did not. Thanks to our amazing alumni, I was able to return the following year to complete a Master's of Arts in Teaching. I will forever be grateful to all those who made it possible for me to return. I ended up graduating as a master's class of 1, but don't worry, my parents proudly told everyone I was valedictorian of my class. At this graduation, we were called the first class to graduate from Sweetbriar. I felt proud and hopeful. I was proud to be part of such a strong and amazing alumni network and was inspired by the leadership around me. As a Sweetbriar graduate, there is truly nothing that we cannot do. Sweetbriar is more than just a college that we attended. I encourage you to stay connected to Sweetbriar in any way that you can. As young, passionate alumni, you have the opportunity to shape the future of this college. Who knows, in just a few years, you might be standing where I am today. You are the connection between alumni and current and prospective students. You've built lifelong friendships that will continue to be a source of strength and support as you embark on life. On behalf of the Sweetbriar College Alumni Alliance Council, I offer our heartfelt congratulations to the graduating class of 2024. We are a vibrant network and a global community that spans generations and professions. Stay connected with Sweetbriar, attend your local alumni events, volunteer your time at Sweet Work Weeks, work with high schoolers for admissions, and most importantly, stay connected with each other by helping your class leaders and attending reunion. It'll be here sooner than you expect. Your participation matters, your story matters, and you matter as part of this community. You can make an impact in a variety of ways, but I highly recommend that you join Young Alumni Support. As recent graduates, it can feel daunting to manage the world outside of the pink bubble. It is easy to lose touch with the community and family who help shape who we are. Joining this group is an amazing way to connect with recent and soon-to-be graduates who might not be part of your class. You can participate as much or as little as you have time for or would like. We are stronger together, and you can make more of an impact than you ever may expect. Your first chance to participate in a Young Alumni event is to come back to campus on July 12th to 14th for Young Alumni Sweet Work Weekend. It is Sweet Work Week's 10th time, and we're hoping to have as many young alumni as possible join us. It is a cross-generational experience and will be a time to connect with some older alumni who you might never have the opportunity to meet any other time. Sweet Work Weeks is an opportunity to fix up Sweetbriar with your own hands. While painting dorms did not sound fun to me at first, after being convinced by another young alumna to attend, I now look forward to painting and socializing every year. The bonds you forged here are more than friendships. They're a lifeline, a source of inspiration, and a constant reminder of the incredible person you are and will become. Do not forget that Sweetbriar, your family, will always be here for you. So, class of 2024, as you step out into the world, go forth with courage, with compassion, and with the unwavering spirit of a Sweetbriar graduate. On behalf of the Alumni Alliance Council and all its members, congratulations again, and holla holla.
Thank you, Ariel. We are honored to have you here today representing the Alumni Alliance Council. And I do encourage you to join Sweet Work Weeks, so you'll meet a lot of old, tough birds. It is now time for us to honor the faculty and staff of Sweetbriar College who demonstrate on a daily basis their dedication to and support of our students. The college's academic and co-curricular programs, as well as its daily operations, could literally not function without them. Each year, the student body shows its appreciation for the faculty and staff by voting on the Faculty and Staff Excellence Awards. Maddie Schwartz, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Chair of the Academic Affairs Committee of the Student Government Association, will present the Faculty Excellence Award. Katie Grush, President of the Student Government Association, will present the Staff Excellence Award. Maddie and Katie, please come to the podium.
Hello, everyone. As the president was saying, my name is Maddie Schwartz. I am this year's Student Government Association's academic chair. It is my great honor to present the SGA Excellence in Teaching Award. This award is given annually to a faculty member that students believe has greatly impacted Sweetbriar's academics. The selection of this award is based on a campus-wide vote. This year's candidate was selected by students for their passion in what they teach, kindness, and unique ways of running a classroom. One student said, "He keeps class fun and active while still keeping it on track. This makes class more entertaining and allows for a better learning experience." This sentiment was shared by others, and overall, students saw the nominee as someone who would go above and beyond to adapt to student needs. While I have not taken classes with the recipient myself, I know him in my role as AAC because we attended the same curriculum committee meetings together, and I have to say, leading a 3-hour-plus meeting every month shows real dedication to the school. Even in roles that students don't tend to see, the recipient works with students in mind. His students feel as the candidate is someone that they can talk about what their passions with, and that he supports the students both in and outside of the classroom. The nominees is also known for their own passion, particularly toward sharks, to the point that one student nominee just attached a comment that said "sharks" 3 times with an exclamation mark. I am honored to present the 23-24 Excellence in Teaching Award to Professor Morrissey.
Right here.
Thank you, Maddie, and congratulations, Professor Morrissey. My name is Katie Grush, and this past year I have had the pleasure of serving as the president of our Student Government Association. It is now my great privilege to present the Staff Excellence in Service Award for the 2023-2024 school year. Each year, this award is given to a staff member who has had a significant impact on the student body, contributing to student success in all aspects of life outside of the classroom. The student body nominated many of our amazing staff members for this year's award, but during the voting process, one name stood out above the rest. When asked why this person was so deserving of this award, one student commented that the recipient is deeply committed to supporting student leaders and club operations. Their advice is always solid, and you know that they care. Plus, their floral arrangements are top tier. Another student highlighted how our recipient is constantly helping other students on a day-to-day basis, and that they often volunteer their time outside of working hours to help students. A final student commented that they're just amazing. From my experience working with this recipient, they consistently make themselves available for students, fielding constant emails and even texts to keep everything on track. They manage an incredible amount of paperwork, always ensuring that the purchasing card is checked in and out correctly. Many know this person as the lifeblood of student life. The care that they have for each student is unparalleled, often offering students life advice and problem-solving techniques. This person has done so many wonderful things that it is impossible to put it all into words. It is a true honor to be able to stand up here and recognize all of this person's achievements. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Gloria Smith, the 2024 recipient of the Staff Excellence Award. Ms. Gloria, thank you for all that you've done for us, the class of 2024, and for all that you will continue to do for future members of Sweetbriar College.
Thank you, Maddie and Katie, and congratulations, John and Gloria. Well deserved. I now invite Dean Key to the podium to present commencement awards and honors. Dean Key.
I call your attention to the senior awards listed in the commencement program. These have already been presented to the recipients. Will these women please stand to be recognized? It is now my honor to announce the All-College Awards. Carrie Greenstein, Dean Greenstein, will join President Hudson in the same position as when the diplomas were represented. The Penelope Zara Award was established by Mr. Edgar F. Zara, father of Penelope Lane Zara of the class of 1975. The awards honor the senior who best combines scholastic achievement, student leadership, and effective contributions to the improvement of the quality of student life at Sweetbriar. The recipient of this award for the class of 2024 is Renee Catherine Taylor. Renee, please come forward. The family of Professor Judith Mullner Elkins established the Judith Mullner Elkins Prize to recognize the outstanding achievement of seniors majoring in the mathematical sciences, physical, environmental, or biological sciences who have actively participated in the college community and demonstrated the ideals and dedication to learning exemplified by the life of Professor Elkins. The recipient of this award for the class of 2024 is Nina Renee Hugie. Nina, please come forward. In honor of the Dr. Connie M. Guyan, Mr. and Mrs. J. Wilson Newman, and their daughters, Claire Newman Blanchard, class of 1960, and Mildred Newman Thayer, class of 1961, established the Connie M. Guyan Award to be given to a member of the graduating class for their excellence as a human being and as a member of the college. The recipient of this award for the class of 2024 is Riley Ann Kawanisi Kayuga. Riley, please come forward. Each year, the college recognizes academic achievement by conferring upon the highest ranking member of each class the honorary title of Emily Watts McVeigh Scholar, as well as the National Council of Alpha Lambda Delta First Year Honor Society. It provides a book to each chapter to be awarded to the graduating member with the highest GPA. It is with great pleasure that I announce the recipient of both awards for the class of 2024 is Abigail Caitlin Lindsay. Abigail, please come forward.
Congratulations, you all. Now it is time for me to deliver my charge to you, the class of 2024. As this is my first commencement as the president of Sweetbriar College, I'm particularly honored to speak to you on this very special day. But this is not my first Sweetbriar commencement. As you all know, I am now your fellow alumna, proud member of the class of 1983, and one of your Sweetbriar sisters. I've been where you are now. Like you, I sat in my seat at commencement in my gown and hood, my mortarboard anchored to my head with many hairpins. My family members, my classmates, and my faculty, staff, and coach mentors were there to see me graduate and cheer me on, just as your families, friends, and mentors are here with you today. During my commencement, I was reveling in the excitement and the joy of the moment. Yet at the same time, I was a little nervous, wondering where would the future take me, just as I imagine you may be wondering right now. Some of you already know where you'll be this fall. Perhaps you'll be in graduate school or starting a job. If your plans aren't finalized yet, don't worry. Your Sweetbriar education will take you many places, some of which you never dreamed of while sitting in your chair at commencement. I was off to Washington, D.C. to pound the pavement, that's an old expression, looking for a job on Capitol Hill, which I found 2 months later. I certainly never imagined then that I would later become the president of this college, but here I am. Even if you don't return to Sweetbriar following quite the same path that I did, I can guarantee you'll return to the college many, many times over the course of your lifetime. This unforgettable place will always be special to you. As you've heard me say before, your relationship with Sweetbriar College will be one of the longest relationships you'll ever have. It's rather like being in a marriage, for better or for worse. Think about it. When you entered the college as first-year students, most of you were 18 years old. Now it's 4 years later, you're in your early 20s, and you're graduating. The friends you've made here at Sweetbriar will be your friends for the next 60 to 70 years. You'll still be in touch and sharing things about yourselves when you're 80 and 90 years old. Your family members and your partner or spouse may not be with you for such a long time, but I guarantee you, Sweetbriar will. Here's something else I can guarantee. You're going to go out in the world and accomplish amazing things. How do I know this? Because I've already seen what the class of 2024 has done, endured, and triumphed over. You've faced a great deal head on. Your senior year of high school was disrupted in the spring of 2020 by the arrival of the global COVID pandemic and the transition to remote learning. Most of you didn't have a public in-person senior dance or graduation ceremony, the rites of passage that typically define the end of your high school experience. You started college at Sweetbriar in the fall of 2020 when we were the first higher education institution in Virginia to return to in-person learning and living. For your health and safety, you and all of us had to follow social distancing and stay 6 feet apart from one another. One way you measured that distance was by the COVID captains walking around measuring the space between everyone with their pool wands. We all remember those. Another way was by spreading out and sitting down on the cozy 6 feet square Sweetbriar branded blankets you received from Student Life during orientation. Remember sitting on those blankets on the Dell during opening convocation? Most of you had a single room. You had to wear masks in public. In places like the dining hall where you had to remove your masks, you were separated from your fellow diners by sheets of plexiglass. Being partially sequestered by the pandemic wasn't easy. This wasn't the way you'd imagined your first year of college would be. But you didn't let this stop you. You made friends, even if you were sometimes 6 feet apart from them. You went to classes, you joined clubs and other campus organizations. You took part in theater and other cultural events. You played on sports teams. You were brave and you were bold. You showed that you were Sweetbriar women. You didn't hide yourselves away. You engaged with this place and with its people. You became part of the Sweetbriar community. You contributed to this community and you helped make it a better community for everyone here. Now, as you leave Sweetbriar as the alumni class of 2024, I charge you to engage with the world beyond the college. Be curious. Be a participant, not a spectator. As my father used to say, there are 3 kinds of people in this world: those who make it happen, those who watch it happen, and those who wonder what happened. You always want to be the first kind of person. No matter where you are, at home, at work, out in your local community, be engaged, be active, be a volunteer. Try to make things better. Take part in our democracy. Register to vote. And if you are registered, make sure that you do vote in local, statewide, and federal elections. It's your responsibility as an educated, aware citizen to exercise this right. And believe me, your vote matters. Make yourself heard, but do so in ways that promote civil discourse and respect the opinions of others, even if you may not agree with what they're saying. Try not to be judgmental, be tolerant. But to be tolerant is not to be silent. Sweetbriar has helped you find your voice. Be sure to use it. I'm asking you to use what you've learned at Sweetbriar and what you have within yourselves to become consequential citizens who, as described in our mission statement, are ethical leaders with the skill, compassion, and vision to create a more just and sustainable world. You can do this. You can make your mark at whatever you turn your hands to. You are Sweetbriar women, and the world is waiting for you. Onward.
Receive the benediction. May you celebrate the past and look hopefully toward your future. May you have courage to use your gifts in new ways and places. May you take a step every day toward your dreams and truth. And may home always bring peace and comfort. Amen. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this day forth and forevermore. Amen and amen.